You're killing me, Smalls.
We making movies, no acting in. I'm fucking Instagram action shit. UPS shipping packages. I'm smoking weed out them packages. If I ain't got a gun, I'm stabbing it. I got some leftover lean in the cabinet. I can hit your little hoe when she happy. Poke on that pussy shit like it's a top of it. We making movies, no acting in. I'm fucking Instagram action shit. UPS doing the packaging. I'm smoking good ass weed out them packages. I can't lie, 'cause I ain't capping it.
Podcast. It's your boy D.
It's your boy Antonio. Let's get to it.
This week we have a very special guest. He's owner of a bunch of shit, operator of a bunch of shit. Jonathan Wilson, what's up with you, bro?
Not much. I appreciate y'all having me on. I appreciate you putting all my occupations out there.
A bunch of shit. Go ahead and describe some of the stuff that you do, the legal stuff.
I'm a healer, amongst other things. I make herbal teas, foods, sea moss gels. I make children's desserts. I make adult desserts. I'm an entrepreneur of sorts.
By chance, what's the difference from children's desserts and adult desserts?
Children under the ages of 18 or 21, those desserts can be eaten by them or amongst parents' discretion. Or, adults 21, 25 and up can have adult desserts. Things can range from, herbal goods or alcoholic products.
I actually did not know what the fuck you meant until you started talking. And then,
I knew exactly what he meant, but I wanted to hear him say it.
Bro, I thought that nigga was
How was he
going
going to spend this?
I thought that nigga was going to be like, if you under the age of 3, you get put. You get put.
Do you have teeth or not?
Do you make baby food?
Oh, shit. But you have your own company, right? What's the name of it?
It's not officially started yet, so I like to keep the name under the wraps. But I'm going to start a cookie company. That'll be my first company. And I'm looking at it going off of the world's finest chocolate or Girl Scouts cookie vibe. So I have kids and adults out here selling cookies with me. And they'll be making money instead of, getting iPhone cases and headphones and, that bullshit we got back in the day.
That's easier said than done, right?
Yeah, of course. I already got me some. I told you I was looking for unpaid interns.
We are too. So.
I already found one. It's easy. You just got to make them. They have to believe in the vision and the dream. So, you got to
you got to sell them a crock of shit.
Bro, you feel me?
I'm not selling them a crock of shit. I'm just selling them. I'm selling them something that can benefit their life in the future. They got to believe in it.
And he gives them treats on the side.
I told unpaid doesn't mean you won't get paid. It just means you won't get a consistent pay rate.
That's dead. Something. Hey, business was good this month. You get 200. Next month, you ain't getting shit. This is what
hey, bro, I'll give you some gas money. You gonna get some desserts. You'll be fed. In a sense, I'm saving you money. You'll be spending. So,
not mad at it like that.
I feel like this is the way they would have spun slavery back in the day.
Nah, it was Jim Crow. They gave you 2 acres and a mule. Some niggas got the 2 acres and some niggas got the mule.
Niggas want 2 acres and a mule. That's the problem. But no,
they had to see if you was actually gonna be working for it.
But no, that's Uncle Ruckus' take on slavery. Man, they took us out the jungle, kept us fed, housed us. And what do? We revolted. We died in the streets.
That's our freedom or something.
We repaid them by vote. Nah, bro, that episode's goated.
Times change a little bit, but it's just a different perspective. We get paid a little bit more now, but taxes are higher.
Yeah, bro, the niggas at work is basically the same, bro. You make $15 an hour, and you eat on the job. What more do you want?
Oh, I want benefits.
Thank you for my 20-minute lunch break.
I want dental vision.
For the food I had to pay for.
Bro, that ass at my compass, they tried to make us pay for that shit, but I ended up opting out. and they did know it for the longest time. It was like, you opted out 6 months ago.
I work in the kitchen. What I like paying for food I'm cooking.
Bro, I did the math, so like I think I paid like $2 every day. $10, bro. I could have bought something good this week to eat.
One good thing.
I'm out here.
7-Eleven be hitting, bro.
I'm out here nickel and diming for this bullshit. Like, it's good. It's edible. Nigga, I could have got something good.
It got something that would have lasted me today.
But tell us a little bit about yourself. Tell us, your story of how you got to Charlotte.
My story? Alright. I'm just a young lad from a little buku place called Sumter, South Carolina.
Hey, shout out Sumter.
Right? A place where there's alligators, missing people, and good food.
All these things are true.
It's a nice little place. It's a military base. I went to high school down there. Went to a career center to, get better at cooking and chefing and whatnot. Worked at a good bit of places. I can name it.
Bro, just tell the number. You don't need to say the names.
I only applied to like 3 colleges. I got accepted to 2 out of 3. Art Institute. Shout out to them for being cheaper than Johnson & Wales.
But you went to Johnson & Wales.
I did go to Johnson & Wales. They offered a little bit more, or they offered a dream. But
it was the dream.
It was straight. I came to Charlotte in 2016. Never went back. Didn't have much to go back to.
We started at 15.
Drawing came in.
It was the ass end.
It was December 2015.
Oh, y'all did come to say.
Yeah, so I basically say 2016 because that first month was like a trial. A lot of niggas left, bro. A lot of niggas left. But, yeah, never left since then. Had buku jobs. Some I left, some I got asked to leave from. It's
the asked to leave. They just fired her.
Some I did get fired from. It was like some I got asked to leave, some I got fired from, and some I left.
Imagine, like, when you say I was asked to leave, I imagine, John, we really don't want you here. So if you do us a favor, could you please leave?
Can you not talk ever again?
It was this one job. I worked at Mars Park Country Club.
Yeah.
And I had like 7, 8 write-ups. I should have been gone. So it was like one night, me and the chef, we had altercations beforehand. So he walked up to me and was like, "Hey, John, can you go wash the dishes?" And if you know Mars Park, they got like 7 kitchens. So that means there's a dishwasher in each kitchen. So, I'm working. I'm not a dishwasher. So I told him no. He looked at me crazy. Like, he's like, "John, go wash dishes." I'm not washing dishes. Go get a dishwasher. So he was like, "You can go wash dishes or you can go home." I proceeded to take my apron off and say my goodbyes. So I walked around the building, said my goodbyes to my homies and whatnot. I even said goodbye to the dishwasher. Because she was like, she respected me because she was like, she didn't want to be back there. So I proceeded to leave. I took the elevator because they got like two floors. So I took the elevator. He was telling me to take the stairs. I said, "Nigga, I'm leaving. Like, I'm about to be chilling." Like, so I walked to the elevator. He rolled the elevator with me. We got to the top. I forgot my phone. So I was like, I was gonna go back. I was gonna go back and get it. And he said, "Nah, wait here." And he went back on the elevator. So I took this moment to proceed to say goodbye to the people upstairs. So I went around, said my goodbyes. I was telling the chefs what was going on. They were like, "Damn, well, we wish you the best." And then he came back with my phone. Motherfucker put my phone in a Ziploc bag. And then come around the corner asking me what I'm doing. Like, I'm saying my goodbyes. When he had time to put my phone in a Ziploc bag, you asked. Like, it don't not really making sense.
Bro, this ain't no CSI Miami.
Right? Or you trying to keep the fingerprints and the DNA on it. Like,
that nigga used the tongue to pick it up.
So the executive chef had finished walking me out. He was like, "Yeah, I did plenty of things I didn't want to do in my life. Wash dishes." I'm like, "That's cool. We ain't the same. Like, I'm going to get to where I need to be. without washing dishes. And then I left. Yeah, that was the end of that.
In that story, I would not have thought that you were getting fired. Like, up until the point where you can go home and you can wash dishes. I thought it was going to be for the day. And shit, I took the day. I didn't know. Like, I felt like it was a pretty drastic.
Well, I feel like they probably would let him back if he didn't have 7 write-ups.
They wanted to fire you.
Them firing me for not washing dishes when there's 7 other dishwashers in the building is a plot.
Bro, I don't give a damn if it's only 3. Bro, you better go get them 3. Bro, I'm not gonna hold you. I would get fired. I don't wash dishes.
I don't wash dishes.
Like, I don't wash other people's dishes because
I wash my own dishes. I will.
people responded, so you just got dishes in your sink right now? I really actually don't. I wash after myself. I'm not washing no fucking industrial. Bro, y'all just fed 1,000 niggas. Y'all think I'm gonna wash all that?
Shit, I got fired from one job. I used to work at a Metro Diner. And me and one of the line cooks had gotten into altercation, and he wanted to fight me, and I was ready. Like, I would have whooped his ass on the line. But the manager had stopped him. I was talking shit to him, too. Like, I was like, yeah, you acting big man now, but when your wife around, you don't be acting like that. So, you know, he got kind of hostile. His wife was white, and he was black. So, you know, his feelings probably felt a little way about that, too. But he was the reason why he didn't get fired and I got fired. He was the manager was sucking him off, so he was in the system. You know, he was in there.
Wait, when you say sucking him off, you mean like literally?
Yeah, literally.
Oh,
He
okay.
was fucking the manager, and the manager used to do coke in the bathroom. Man, I feel like I said to
You ain't say their name. You sure?
I said the
Now that nigga still at Metro Diner. And then somebody might know, like, hey, I know that nigga. I know that nigga he talking about. I thought he did
I
coke.
don't think he's still there, but I do think they still doing coke in the bathroom.
Nah, John, you're one of the most wild friends I've met down here. I've known so many other wild niggas back home.
I appreciate that. I like to be the best out of whatever I can be.
I don't know. I feel like your life in Charlotte has just been like an up and down thing.
Yes, it has.
What are some like life lessons you learned?
Life lessons. Your survival instincts and adrenaline can save your life. I'll just leave that how that is.
The name is actually Survival Instinct.
The near-death experiences. You can't trust everybody, but sometimes you gotta put trust in everybody to know who you can't trust.
We could agree to disagree. I get what you mean, but why can't you figure out beforehand if they're trustworthy?
Because people can be shady. It's like, all right, I'm a great liar in a sense, you know.
You're
so
not.
I'm a good storyteller, so I can tell all the lies and all the stories I want to tell, and people will believe me, and until I get what I want, and now I'll act how I want to act.
So this is no bullshit, and I've always wondered this about you. Can you not tell somebody is lying, even if their story sounds good?
I can tell someone's lying.
Oh,
But it's like sometimes I'm someone that goes with the bullshit. So even if I know you're lying, I want to see how far you'll go until it can affect me.
that makes sense. I damn sure don't agree with it, but it makes sense that you said it. At first, I just thought, all these years, I thought you just couldn't tell.
Yeah.
But like when I can tell somebody's like, they could be like, oh yeah, I was on here, I finished top 3 in this, but then I also did this, and then and all the while I'm thinking, this nigga lying.
Because it's like it's another way to like learn the world in a way. Like, all right, you're lying to me. I know you're lying. I got the proof. Well, let's see how far you'll go. Like, let's just keep going. And then, you know, like it's the fact of when the truth comes out, all right, now how you gonna act? Now what you gonna say? You know, like, or it's just done with. Cause like at the end of the day, it's like I look at myself as the gift. I look at myself as, you know, the benefit. So if somebody can't see that or doesn't witness it, then it's their loss. Regardless of where I'm at now, I know where I'm going to be later. So, you know, I could be homeless now, but I know in 10 years I'm going to have a mansion. But you want to be, you know, shady and whatnot to me when I'm in my year 3. When I hit my year 10 and I'm in my mansion, shit, I'll let you cut my grass, you know, but you can't come inside.
It's weird hearing you say this. It's not weird now because I know that you've changed. But like, I'm gonna take back to what I thought of you like when we first met. Like this nigga John used to roll with like, he didn't roll with 30 niggas at once, but he rolled with 30 niggas. like this nigga was always with a different group of people, and like we're grown. It's not like it's hot. Well, life is kind of like high school. Like you'll see this nigga with the jocks. I guess we were the jocks. Niggas that play games, but then he'll be with the random emo ass niggas. And then he'll just be like, you always saw this nigga in a different group. And I'm not even gonna hold you. And if I see a nigga in a different group, nah, that nigga untrustworthy. Because you're either like, why do you have so many different groups? You're not building no real relationship.
Nah, I'm building relationships within the group. Because like, all right, so if I'm in 10 different groups, there could be 2 people in each of those groups that are like loyal, that are good, that are, you know, that have the same drive or the same potential as you. And when I was like in all these groups, there were, I don't know when did I have the realization, but it was like I was just there, you know. So it was like being there but not there is also a learning experience because you see things that other people don't see. You see the shade that people miss. You see, you know, just slight shit, like you hear shit. It's just like you become more observant or even knowing yourself more subconsciously within yourself.
And that's why I said that you won't ever really like build real relationships. Because like obviously if you hang out with people, you're gonna find like if 6 random niggas hung out, I feel like they'll find one person to talk to. But I feel like if you're a group, if the same group of niggas hang out, and I think of it like in TV times, you should be able to spin off with somebody all the time. Like if there's 6 niggas, everybody should be able to go off in pairs or
and
threes.
do what they do.
Yeah, but like in some TV shows, I watch Friends. Go figure. But in Friends, one guy named Chandler and a girl named Phoebe has never had an episode together. It's not, you don't really notice it until it's said. Holy shit, they don't match together. They don't.
The chemistry, the vibe, or there's just 2 completely different people.
But that's not real life. Like if you hang out with niggas every day, you cannot hate or not know somebody.
You can, bro, there's plenty of people out here, I don't know their name.
But do you hang out with them every day? That's the problem.
Yes and no. Like there's certain, because I don't see names as important. I told people this before, like your name isn't important. Like you're not your name. Well, your name's not you, you're your name. You define your name. So your name isn't really important in what you bring to your name. So, you know, it doesn't really matter if I know your name. Because if I know you, I'm not going to need to say your name.
I'm in the same boat, but I feel like I'm giving niggas nicknames.
Thing. I don't be giving nicknames. I'll forget it.
I just call everybody bro or hun.
Yep.
Bro, I've been starting. I watch Paid in Full, and I call everybody B now. And niggas feel special when I do it. What's up, B? Oh, what's up? Like I've seen people smile, like get
Like, get it?
Yeah, like oh, you give me a nickname? Nah, B. Everybody's B. But no, that's a real life lesson because I think everybody wants to be kumbaya and have a bunch of friends and do whatever. But like I've always just, I don't know, it's just always been easy to have one group.
Yeah, because I'm a social person. Like I can talk to anybody and everybody, but that doesn't mean anybody and everybody can talk to me. You know, it's like I can talk to people. I be talking to people. I don't even be wanting to talk. But I'm able to still carry on the conversation as if, you know, I'm having a wonderful time. Rather than someone's talking to me and I'm actually enjoying the words that are coming out their mouth. Rather than them just enjoying what I'm saying.
So what's like completely different? Like, how's that such a change now? From like hanging out with a bunch of people to now?
I don't feel like everybody deserves my energy, my space, and my words. So it's like, I'm not saying people took advantage of it or took it for granted. It's just I realized that it isn't worth to everybody, or everybody may not have value to it in that moment or in that time frame. Because like you could hear something today and it doesn't click till next year, or you could hear something today and you needed to hear it last week.
People are in different phases of their lives.
That's a fact.
Some people think since you're the same age, that we're automatically in the same phase of life. I say this jokingly, but I really do mean it. I've been grown since I was 11. I've had to protect my family. I've had to protect my cousins, my mother, and this. I've actually had to do it. Guys will say that. Like, you know, most niggas be like, I was protecting my mom from what? What has actually happened?
Your mom more gangster than you.
Yeah. Not even that, but like, you can't even give me a moment of like,
When you
did somebody
literally-
raise their voice at your mom? You did something? No. You've been protecting your mother. Like,
in spirit.
yeah. And so, like, I've just always been more mature than people. So, like, when I'm 17, whoa, like, some people are telling me, you're kind of like a dad. You kind of got, like, stuff figured out. Yeah, but I feel like it takes people the same amount of time. But when do you start?
Yeah.
And that's the difference.
Or what's your experience? Because it's like, all right, somebody that always had a full stomach and some, not a bulkage of money, but enough money to get by, they're not going to know what it means to throw away food. Well, throw away food. You know what I mean? Like, what the meaning, the true meaning behind throwing away food. Because they always got a full stomach. They got the funds to, you know, eat whatever or eat how they see fit, or even, you know, take care of somebody else rather than, you know, damn, I'm hungry. I got some bread. I got some peanut butter. I got no jelly. Can't afford it. I gotta make a peanut butter sandwich. You know, like, or there's niggas out here that, you know, they don't got a place to sleep. Or they got a place to sleep, or they don't got a consistent place to sleep. Like there were times where I slept in a car or I slept at a friend's crib. Like, a lot of people don't know all the transitions that people deal with in their life. But that doesn't mean they're not dealing with it. It's like a homeless person. He could have had $1 million last week. He got into divorce. His wife took it all, took the house, took the dog, took the car.
The dog is wild. The dog is wild.
Like, and she left him with a suitcase full of clothes, but nowhere to go. No money in his pocket. And then, you know, a year later, he on child support.
It's no way in hell he's on child support. Bitch, you ought to be on spousal support.
But you'll be
He's the one
surprised, bro.
support.
There's homeless people out here on child support.
No, and I do know that,
there's
but that's
people
crazy.
in jail. There's homeless people probably in jail from being on child support. And they'll rather be in jail because they have a place to sleep and food to eat.
Or like, so this is the truth.
I mean,
And like,
this I actually know somebody who had that happen to. They lost everything to child support.
I know plenty of people back home because, like, so you're on child support. Child support takes about 80% of your checks. Well, they want 80% of your checks, and it's dead ass. But it's like, if you're, especially like, niggas from back home in the Berg, you barely make enough to support yourself. If somebody took 80% of my checks,
80%.
there's no way in fuck I could live
If I make
somewhere
$100, you take $80, I'm left with $20.
to eat,
Hey,
to do
you
that shit.
In 2 weeks,
Hey, you still got to pay
I'm-
taxes on that
I'm
motherfucker
left
too.
with I'm still gonna be left with, you know, around 20 or 10. But regardless, it ain't enough
But so like you
for
don't
2
pay.
weeks.
But say like you don't pay it and you go to jail. That's the money still builds.
Oh, of
like,
course.
and so that's the real get. So it's like I was in jail for 4 months. We got 4 months of child support. So I was not working.
Just send me back.
But also the real crook of it is most niggas don't know you get jail fees.
Like there's
So-
yeah, for them feeding you, for them taking care of you.
So
Like,
so like if you go to jail for child support for 2 months, I'm like a year behind on payments because then I gotta pay off the jail.
I gotta pay the jail for taking care of me. That's basically paying rent.
And then I gotta pay for child support
And
that I missed.
And you don't got no job when you come out. Your job
I ain't
fired you.
got no job.
And
Your
let's not-
job been fired you.
These niggas aren't getting 20 an hour because they just went to jail. They're in and out of jail, so they're getting low-level money.
See, now they wondering why niggas out here selling drugs for their family. I saw this one video. This is white kid. He was in class. It was like elementary school or something. His teacher was asking him,
I think
how do you feel about drugs and whatnot? Like it was like something like that.
we sign a paper like say I won't do drugs. I won't sell drugs.
Why I won't do drugs. And he was like, he explained how, there's families out there that have to sell drugs to take care of their family, take care of their kids. And how do you feel about taking that from them and now they can't provide for their families and their kids and da-da-da-da-da. And he was also like, how the U.S., makes money off of people doing drugs. And the teacher was standing there shook trying to get a word in. But the little white kid was on it. I feel like they should have made it a black kid. But
Bro, I dead ass. I hate this white savior shit.
right?
Like Eminem won't selling no drugs. That nigga was just bummy. Jay-Z was selling drugs, goddamn it.
Moving.
But no, that's dead ass. I'm not even gonna hold you. I don't even talk about drugs with people, especially white people, for the fact of
I'll be talking about drugs.
but no, I've seen it every day where niggas legitimately are selling drugs just to they'll work a 9 to 5.
and still sling.
Yeah,
be
but they're only sling enough to where they can provide
For their family.
more for their kids. So the
Because
9 to 5
like-
pay deals, but the kid needs new clothes. They want
They want some shoes.
Yeah.
They want some shoes on their feet.
Yeah.
'Cause it was like when I talk about drugs, I talk about drugs like Advil, Tylenol, liquor, cigarettes, all these classified as drugs.
Shit, coffee, caffeine.
Right? So it's like if you want to really talk about drugs and how they're bad, we gotta really talk about it, the extent, because it's more than just marijuana, CBD, crack, cocaine, meth, angel dust, fentanyl. It's more than just that, because that might be, some of that's illegal, but that doesn't mean people can't get it.
Well, the reason I don't talk about it is I never thought drugs was really a drug issue. The war on drugs is bullshit.
Oh no, that's all just propaganda.
Yeah.
I say it's a drug issue. Of course.
But I mean,
Sure.
it was huge. It was the war on drugs was because black people were the ones on crack. But now,
But
It's a
but,
thing.
but even that, it's because
the white people are giving us the fucking crack.
but past that, crack cocaine and powder cocaine are the exact same chemical. They affect you the exact same way. You have the exact same addiction rate.
A lot about
But
this.
crack is just cheaper to produce, to buy.
It was
So
so about it.
so of course the poor people, black people, are going to use crack cocaine over powder cocaine, and then you enforce the rules differently for crack compared to powder.
And that wasn't even my point, but that's a good point. But my point now is it's an opioid pandemic, and everybody are real. They feel bad for people addicted to opioids. Oh, I can tell you the hood ain't addicted to opioids.
Yeah,
I can tell you. I can tell you who's addicted to opioids.
Even the opioid thing, when they made it, they did testing and everything else about what it was doing, and they saw the addictive properties over months of time. But it was the benefits rather than the fall of it. Since the fall was so far away and the benefits were in their face, it's more profitable.
If everything was regulated, I'm not saying everything should be communist, but the drugs they made. So Coke is not Coke for what it was used for was great. They used it to stay up. They used it.
Reworded that. Coke was bad. Well, Coke was used.
But no, if you use Coke once, if you use Coke once for work, boom, boom, you'll be good. But since you get addicted and you use that bitch every day, it's bad. Opioids are good in a small dosage that they're prescribed or whatever. But when you get addicted and you got free range to If you use that bitch every day, it's a problem.
It is.
People get addicted to food.
It's them
Yeah.
the addictive the people who have addictive personalities.
Yeah.
Things can have addictive properties.
I have an addictive personality, and people are like, what does that mean? I get addicted to one food for a long period. I'm talking like if I get a milkshake and it's like, damn, nigga,
And the shit-
that milkshake is I'm gonna get that bitch probably every other
I'll
day.
probably die for that milkshake.
But then it just passes on me. So like, oh, just one day, I'm sick of this shit.
I'm like that
it
with
ain't hidden.
hobbies. Like I'll like get really deep into a fucking hobby. Like okay, I'm going to do a whole bunch of research, do this, do that, and then I'm like one day I'm like, okay, well,
I learned all
time for
of
the next
that.
hobby.
And so that's why it's like I've never felt this way against people either addicted to drugs or you know how I feel about niggas selling. I don't care about that because like I get addicted. I was addicted to Skittles all through high school because it helped me with anxiety in football because I used to put it in the freezer so they used to be hard. So I used to just chew it for my anxiety. But I ran through so many fucking bag of Skittles. I think I ran through easily over $3,000 worth of Skittles. Just Skittles. Like this is not.
Should have been a sponsor.
You and Marshawn Lynch need to talk.
Marshawn Lynch is the reason why I started doing it, but it started making sense because, like, one day for a game, a bitch just gave it to me. Like, I think she had it. She's like, here, you can have it. But, like, it helped my anxiety. Like,
Man
I was
said
not,
I was going off.
and it wasn't even that I was that good at the game, but, like, I just wasn't.
Nervous.
You was comfortable.
Yeah, like, anybody who play, if they tell you they're not nervous, they're lying.
Yeah.
LeBron James is nervous before a game, and he's LeBron James. But you find your way
To feel
of just,
comfortable.
yeah. And mine was scared. Once I figured out, oh shit, nigga just be chewing, I just be lost. I ate a shit ton of Skittles.
Wilson, you eating Skittles? Get in there. Not your coach.
And that's just candy. God forbid if that was like on Coke or something.
Oh,
Like-
you got Skittles dusted with cocaine.
I watched a TikTok about this pitcher. I can't remember what his name is now. But he was a black pitcher, and he pitched a perfect game on LSD.
I
Well,
believe
It
it.
was now. It was
So
a.
was
It was
it-
a. He couldn't even see the fucking batter. That's how fucking out he was.
So was the story that he pitched the perfect game first, or that he pitched a
No, he
perfect
was-
game off LSD?
He was active. Like, well, he never did play the game sober. Number one.
Okay,
Number
so
two.
you already knew
And,
he was.
and his coaches knew that he didn't play sober. They didn't know what he was on,
Okay.
but they knew he didn't play sober.
This is probably
And
back
he
when
said-
LSD was blowing up, so they really didn't.
It was the 70s. And he literally said, I couldn't even see the pitcher. I could barely see the catcher, and I could barely see his hand signs, and I was just throwing.
Sometimes you just
that's
locked
true.
in.
That's true talent. Listen, I know where the mound is. I know they're straight ahead, and I know I can throw straight. So I just threw it all my might every
But
time.
no, it was probably a rhythm thing. Because say like he would have threw the first one off,
Oh, yeah, it was
he would have been
like,
fucked because he would have kept throwing it that way. But because he threw the first one right, oh shit.
I know where
I just got to keep throwing it. Like, I can't see the shit, but I'm going to keep throwing it.
like
Like,
a rhythm to it, like how basketball players at the free throw line bounce the ball, they set up,
Yeah.
him, he walks up. I wonder what, but if he couldn't see nothing, what happened when they threw the ball back?
no, that's the crazy part. That is the crazy.
I watched the video 3 or 4 times. So I was like, "This ain't no way this is fucking true." But
But it's the
Can
70s.
you
I feel
see-
like
can you see him looking like he don't know what he's fully doing?
yeah, they showed the video, and I was like, he was sweating like a motherfucker.
Okay.
Like
I'm saying them lights are hot. You got like 100 of those surrounding you.
and if they was outside, bro, I played baseball. You sweat from doing nothing. That was
No,
But it
Niggas in
was
the
like-
outfield just sweating.
it was like
Drenched.
Yeah.
it was like the I'm fucking high sweat. You know, you've seen people zooted.
that nigga popped a molly, he sweat. Nah, but the second you said, I could imagine like that nigga soaked, like he just hopped in like a ocean or something.
Like he fell in a
His-
puddle.
And he had Jerry Girls on top.
Oh, yeah, he was. Was he sweating or was it grease?
It was both. that nigga was shiny. He was shiny as
This man was
shit.
putting oil on the balls.
It was a slider.
Nah, bro, you know my boy got fucked up that day. Yeah, he just picks the perfect game. Boy, that nigga want to read up on that LSD. He was that
There were
nigga.
probably people betting on that game.
For facts, people were betting on that game. It was the 70s. I know the mob was betting on that
Niggas were
game.
betting drugs.
The mob pipe getting
Oh, shit.
Niggas sweating. And he looked at his wrist and
Rebump.
Bro,
coming in hot.
the funny thing is that his coaches knew. Like, you can only imagine, because when you're on LSD, his eyes at all times probably like when he was zooted, he probably, hey, Lewis.
Now imagine he walks into practice regular, and then when the game starts, he walks out. Like, yeah, I'm ready.
And I'm pretty sure that's how it, because it's like, one, it was no way he was zooted the whole time.
Was it
How did he get
illegal?
there? How did he? But I feel like during the game or right before the game, that's when, are you okay?
Was he
No, I'm
illegal?
straight.
He was known for playing under the influence of stuff.
So it
I'm about to
wasn't illegal.
No, it was illegal.
Okay, but they
Nothing
didn't
about
care.
it was
They
okay.
didn't care.
They just
Yeah,
did.
Okay.
he played good. He played good baseball when he was high. So why me as a coach
You're right.
hinder my assets?
Now I've been talking about you as the coach. People above the coach know he's hot.
No, imagine this is like when they don't know. It's like they know, but they can't bust you because they really don't know. It's kind of like, remember when weed started getting laced with fentanyl?
Let him be black.
Like I'm talking like 12, 13 years ago. People knew that weed was laced, but they
know
didn't know what fentanyl really was. Like, it's a name.
They just knew these were dying.
Yeah, like that. I remember watching it. I remember like this is one of the things that made me like, bro, I'm really not gonna smoke. It was like, yeah, they're lacing it with that fentanyl. I said, what the fuck is fentanyl? That bitch sound like,
I don't even know what fentanyl is.
I really don't. I really
It is
don't know.
like
it's
glass?
super heroin. That's what it is. It's heroin times 10.
It's heroin mixed with meth and angel dust.
Angel dust is powder meth.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So basically, baking soda plus baking soda plus peroxide.
It's the Arm and Hammer original.
Yeah, but it's just like heroin, but it has like more things on the molecule that makes it even more addictive and stronger.
People say it's the original Coca-Cola marinade.
Not marinade.
Concentrate.
Bro, I'm about to say, you made it seem like Coca-Cola was meat. Like, that bitch was brewing.
Concentrate. It definitely was brewing. It definitely was brewing. They use Coca-Cola to clean rust and shit off your battery, or
No.
you can clean blood off the streets.
No, that shit dead
Or
ass
you
do
can
work.
drink it and it'll do something to your body.
That's why I don't drink Coca-Cola. It work.
I only drink it in cocktails.
Facts. But if there's anything else available, juice, Sprite,
If
like,
they have Coca-Cola, they should have juice.
But I also feel like McDonald's Sprite is just as bad as Coca-Cola. Ain't no way it's not. That's battery acid.
Like it's extra concentrated, nigga. If you don't, you gotta hit the head.
boy, I poured too much on a nigga and burned through him. Bro, I hit a nigga with a can of that bitch. He got 3rd degree. I got
Gave a baby some Sprite. He been crying ever since.
Nah, bro, that's funny as shit. Nah, if you did give a baby a McDonald's Sprite, that bitch would cry. That bitch, because that shit does hit you with the. Whoa.
That shit hurt.
Bro, that like, baby don't know what the fuck going on.
If you drink a full cup of McDonald's Sprite without breathing, you'll die.
I feel like you would burp first. Ain't no way you're not burping.
Wait,
Burp, but that's the
You
end
ever
right
had
there.
a burp stuck
Oh,
and it hurt?
Oh.
That's gonna be the death. That's gonna be the death.
that's. I don't know. Y'all remember like back in high school, the thing that people were like chugging Sprite and then eating a banana.
Nope.
No.
It makes
I remember that.
I can
It
tell
makes-
you.
I
It makes you
remember
throw
we were
up.
chugging Sprite and crying.
it makes you throw up because like the potassium in the banana and Sprite.
Y'all niggas had different challenges than us.
Well, I didn't do
Nah,
it. I just saw the
remember
internet.
the cinnamon spoon challenge.
Bro, I beat that bitch. Stamp that.
I hear you got some cinnamon.
I do. Bro, the trick is, like, most niggas try to eat that bitch all at once. Now you gotta let that bitch clump up in sections and eat that bitch.
This nigga down here letting it marinate.
Bro, when I figured, because I failed once. Well, when you fail, like, you're really not supposed to, once you swallow that bitch, it gets halfway stuck. So it's like, bro, it's halfway down. Shit. Like, now you spitting up cinnamon while trying to swallow the But once I figured out that clump thing, bro, I did that bitch. Nobody ever remembers the second attempt. They always remember the first. But nah, bro, that banana Sprite shit ain't. Niggas ain't eating bananas in public.
Hey, bro, you want that word?
I say I break my banana up, bro. Smush it like plantains.
That's how I know that bitch ain't making it to my high school.
It's like eating a hot dog. You gotta break it up into pieces.
Nah, bro, that bitch a glizzy. No matter how you slice it. Boy, you can chop that bitch up in beans and weenies. If I catch you eating glizzy and weenies. Glizzy and beans.
That was the ultimate meal back in the day. Over
Hey,
some
bro.
white rice.
Bro, you had rice?
That's
Is that a real name?
What?
South Carolina.
White rice.
They eat rice with everything.
Rice and beans and hot dogs.
Bro, so like I can understand because rice is cheap as shit. But if a nigga's eating beans and weenies, I don't got money for these shit.
I mean, a bag of
Rice is
$1.
the cheapest thing you can buy.
If niggas are
That's
eating
how it's
beans and
flowing.
weenies, we are down. We down.
Hey, bro, if you're
It gives you a little more substance to it. You know what I'm
it
saying?
gives you it fills you up. Like it gives you that starch. It's like bread.
Bro, I've never heard of
It's
that.
like how niggas was out here eating bread and water. Like it filled them up.
But no, I'm not going to hold you. There's this story of my homeboy Eric. We was in 7th grade. I'd never forget this. His dad drunk a lot. Dad, I don't know how the fuck that nigga's still going. He my nigga, but when I tell you that, the nigga was drinking Thunderbird.
My guy was down bad at that.
But like, when I tell you he drunk like a motherfucker, but he walked like 2 miles to work every day. But he was like 60 at this time too. I don't know how he was.
His liver is made out of iron. Like,
My boy was moving. So
Wrong.
the night before, they ate. He'd be drunk all the time, so he'd be having these weird combinations of drunk shit. He put beans and weenies and noodles together.
Okay, you wild.
Wait. And for some reason, Eric ate it. And so, like, mind you, this is the night before. This nigga comes in sick as a
Shit.
bitch. That shit, he's throwing up and shit.
That's worse.
But, like, nobody knows because it's like, bro, you didn't eat breakfast. What are you, like, how are you throwing up?
Man, dying. Wait, what kind of noodles was it?
Bro, I didn't ask none of that shit. It's beans and weenies and noodles. And mind you, it wasn't beans and weenies and noodles. It's beans and weenies and noodles.
This man had the beef ramen noodle pack.
Because I stamped this, and this is funny, and this is so fat, but I said this precisely. Bro, how the fuck are you throwing up off that? I mean, it's not preferable, but I can eat them bitches separately. Oh, you ate them combined?
With the seasoning pack.
Bro, you feel me? Like, I can eat
the
noodles.
sodium alone took him out. Let's be honest.
I could eat noodles right now and be like, oh, I'm still hungry. Then, oh, shit, I got some beans and weenies. Like, I could do that.
A pet noodle? I used to eat noodles and hot dogs, but I never mixed noodles,
hot
beans,
dogs.
and hot dogs.
That's another level
His
down
dad
bad.
was a modern day menace.
Oh, no, that nigga was a menace for a whole other level, for whole other reasons. But, like,
He was drinking on top of eating that?
bro, he was drunk when he made it.
Okay. And mine definitely was a drunk meal then. It definitely was a drunk meal.
Every meal that he ate was a drunk meal. Like, I'm making jokes, but he's my boy, and he's been clean for a minute.
No,
Like,
but that means anything he made under the influence should be questioned.
yes. I say most people say it's a drunk meal because you like it when you're drunk. Bro, if you drunk and eat, it's a drunk meal. Waffle House is drunk meals. I
I feel
know.
like there's drunk food, and that's food you eat while you're drunk. A drunk meal is something you make while being drunk.
I've never made shit. Bro, when I'm drunk, I go with the bare bone shit that I have. Hot Pockets, Doritos. I'm not out there trying to fucking chef it up.
See, because you're not a professional drinker like he was.
He
That's the
might
thing.
even put some liquor in it.
Nah, he ain't do. It's one thing about him. He was responsible. He would drink. And I remember we used to play like something. Oh, can we get one? Nah, y'all underage. Get my damn beer.
Man, you said you walked 2 miles to work every day?
Bro, and that's 2 miles
I
to
said
work.
he had to
He
be
walked
responsible.
back. He walked back. He walked places. Let's put it like this. He put like 7 miles on his body every day. Mind you, he's 60 at this time. Bro, I don't know how you made that boy. That boy's something. Boy, I can't put those type of miles on my body
He
down.
was built for these streets.
And so, like, whenever I hear beans and weenies, yeah, don't mix some shits with noodles. Them shits will take you out. Don't mix some shits if you ain't a drunk.
Here you go.
I've never heard some shit like
What the
that.
fuck is this?
I've
I
seen,
can't even imagine how that looks.
Bro,
Like,
it literally looks like shit. Like,
No.
like when you think of it, it literally looks like shit.
like the bean. I remember he even poured the juice out the bean can. So
And so you would just think like, Why does your noodles have beans? Wait, why does your beans have noodles? What the fuck is this?
And then there's a hot dog spot right there.
Yeah, bro. Like, he'll vouch for it. He'll vouch for that. Nigga got sick, and the next day he was fine, but nah, bro, I won't rate.
He's never been right ever since.
Oh, shit. There's plenty of questions to ask. You got questions for him?
I don't know, the beans and weenies story.
So all of us has been down bad since college. Not bad forever, but like most niggas think when you graduate, hell, in your case, I don't even think you graduated, but
A lot of niggas think I did. I walked that stage like I was.
most niggas think when you graduate, it's all ups. What are some of your lowest lows that you would want to talk?
Lowest lows
That you would want to talk about?
That's a valid question. Lowest lows. Like, damn, that's a good question.
So for me, my lowest low
Okay.
was when I was living with you. Cause like, so no, this is gonna sound bad, but like, so this is right after college, and so before I moved in with you, I was sleeping in the car with my boy Markel, rest in peace. But like, I was living at John's crib. He let me stay for like a few months. Literally, it was a time period because somebody else was gonna move in and take my shit, so I had 2 months to get money, find a place, and leave. But a nigga was sleeping on an air
I
mattress.
helped the community. The air mattress was his.
But I was sleeping on an air mattress. But bro, this is my lowest low. One night I came back and John locked the front door. Like, so there's a screen door to the door. I had a key to the door, but not the screen door. I didn't know that the fucking back door used the same key. At my grandma's house, we had 2 separate keys.
Yeah, my grandma has
Yeah. So like I didn't know the same key you
Where
worked on the
was I?
front and back. Huh?
Where was I? No,
I think you were out.
Okay.
And so, like, me and Markel rode. Markel lived with, this sounds bad, but he lived with his homeboy's girl. Not lived, but he stayed with his homeboy's girl. His homeboy was locked up. She was tripping. This night was vivid. It was like, I think this was 2 when we got there. She, at the ballpark when it ends, we left when the game ended. So the bitch ended like 11. She told him, if you ain't here by 11:20, you might as well stay out. It takes 40 minutes to get there.
Well, this is when niggas were walking?
No, like
Okay.
he had a whip. No, and so like they lived on this part of town.
Okay.
It takes us 40 minutes to get there. Oh well, it's like she was tripping, and so like, bro, we went back to one because niggas was bullshit too. So like we stayed out every night because everybody knows you don't go straight to sleep when you get home. So like we went to like cookout and shit and did whatever. But so after all that failed, niggas ended up going back to work, going to the parking deck, going all the way up, and just sleeping there. Niggas washed up in 7-Eleven and was the first niggas at work.
Not bright and early.
But no, I remember because like I was scheduled to come in like 11. Nigga came in at 9. Damn. Like I was in my boss's office when they were coming in. How long have you been here?
Was you asleep?
Nah, bro. I had nowhere to go.
I'm sorry, bro.
Because I didn't want people to know that I was there early because it raises so many questions. Why are you here?
Because I ain't had nowhere to go.
Are you clocked in?
That's the question. That's the only question they really care about. Are you on the clock?
But then it sets precedent because say like they need me to come in early again, bro. I can't make it. You were here at 9 before.
You want me to sleep over again?
And so, like, there's been plenty of lows. Like, I think that's my lowest. One night when I got back to your crib, my damn air mattress had a hole in it.
I'm sorry. You kept having to blow it up.
I had to blow that bitch up like every 3 hours.
It was just so.
And so I tried to put all my
You
weight.
gotta put tape on it.
I tried to put all my weight towards my feet, which sounds funny. Like I tried to at least so if that bitch loses air, I'm like this. Sometimes a nigga be hand back feet up. But I can't sleep like that. But no, that bitch was sad as shit. And so like one night it deflated all the way. I was like, fuck it, bro. And I just laid on the floor. Well, technically I wasn't on the floor. It was the floor, but deflated air mattress and me.
That shit ain't funny. Oh fuck. My lowest low. I had so many.
Well, you know you're low. When I just like the only worst else that story could have been if Markel didn't have a car. The only worst thing is like if that shit would have got towed when niggas was doing shit.
When niggas were sleeping.
No, like if like when niggas went to cookout or when we try to get into your crib or doing whatever. Where the car at?
That would be beyond tragic.
I had some lows. I got robbed once, but that was just like, I was just hurt because they took some shit my mom had bought for me.
What stuff?
Like, I had just got some stuff for my birthday, like some clothes and shit. You know, I'm not materialistic. So a nigga running in my crib and robbing me, there ain't really much he gonna get. So
That's like ran to your house.
yeah. So like they trashed my room. What really hurt me to this day, they took my bongs. I had two of them things. I had a blue one and a red one. They were identical.
Was that when you lived here?
Nah, well, I lived on this side of town. Yeah, they took my bongs, and this is the trifling part. They poured the bong water on my
Yeah.
So when I get to the crib and see the disaster, you know, I'm digging through shit, seeing,
I'm sorry. Just the fact that they did the bone.
Yeah, but I was so hurt. Like, I was like, yo, first I was like, I know they shit on my shit. That was the first thought. I was like, I know I'm burning everything down. Like, I smelt it. I was like, they poured bog water? I was hurt. I don't know what really hurt me more, if it was piss or the bong water. Like, and I was like, the bongs were gone. I had got those bongs for a wonderful deal. But yeah, they took some shit. So I took some shit out of my car and threw it in the room and called the cops so I could get some insurance money. So, and like I was down bad then. That was just a moment.
Did you stay living there?
Hell no, I left that. I had to leave because I don't say I got anger issues. I got unresolved anger.
Bro,
so
it's not anger issues when nigga do shit to you. And then you respond. I hate when niggas.
Nah, bro, because I would respond with the anger that I got from the situation, plus the built up tension that have been released. So I would do more than I probably should be doing. Like, yeah, think about it. You're mad. You're just mad. So you do anything, you're gonna do it until you don't feel mad no more. And, being a big black man, that's dangerous. So, I try to just take myself out of the situations, because, yeah, it's just materials. Like,
Did you ever get revenge? Did you ever get revenge?
I'll just say nothing.
Do you know who the people were?
I'll say nothing. I don't have proof of nothing. So, anything that was done, did, or have done, a lot of allegations, but if I ever see these bongs again, oh God, I'm beating a nigga into the dirt.
Bro, I respect it, and I respected your anonymity behind it. I would have been like Batman that night. I would have shook niggas down for information. I would have boop. Like if there's niggas up under me. Hey, who's upstairs? What do you mean? Who the fuck was upstairs?
This what made it worse, bro. Niggas were home. So it's like, see, my thought process is me whooping a nigga ass and putting my hands on them. It can only make the situation worse. Imagine beating someone senseless and you still don't get the information you want.
Nah, bro. Like you're using interrogation wrong. Interrogation shouldn't even come to you beating them because.
So now we in a whole nother realm of problems.
Yeah.
So I tied him up and interrogated him. I ain't whoop his ass, but he felt the wrath. But I still didn't get my ass. It's like a nigga that owe you money. I can whoop his ass all day, but that's not gonna get me the money.
Bro, my exact moves, I didn't know people was there. So the fact that it was there, bro, I keep a slugger in my room. They probably would have stole that. But let's say they did. Bro, I would have came out swinging that bitch. Not at them. Like, I would have destroyed their shit. Like, bro, you're going to sit here and bullshit with me and tell me you don't know who ran in this bitch. And so when the cops come, bro, I am wrong for destroying their shit, but they allowed people to steal my shit.
They want to get it, but now you're just arrested for nothing. Like, because they got their insurance will cover it, and now I got to go to court because if niggas really petty, they don't want insurance coverage. They want me to pay for it.
Bro, I would have came out with that bitch. I would have been swinging that bitch like Sting.
But yeah, bro, I just try to anything I do in this world, I try not to look for it back. You know, like, so if nigga owe me money, he just owe me money. Don't let me, don't come to me looking for my business. I'm taxing you. I'm running your pockets until I get my money. Or, you could go. You know what? You can go to another business and hopefully it's not another one of mine and my name's just not on it.
Bro, there was this meme, and I think, what the fuck was it? It was like I bet not see no nigga that owe me money going to a fast food restaurant. I swear to God.
Like, there was one nigga that owed me money, and my roommates asked me if I still wanted them to do business with them. I was like, I don't care what y'all do. Just whenever he hits you up, throw an extra $10 until I get my money back.
No, that ass.
Like, hey, bro, I don't, because it just is money. And it's like, I could whoop his ass every day. But if you don't give me my money, I'm just whooping his ass. And I'm just adding extra frustration myself.
Bro, I know I'm a menace to society. The ass whooping to make me feel good.
Nah, it's only going to feel good for that moment. Now, all right, you feel good. And now the moment's over. You still got money owed. And your fist hurt.
Or like, I don't know what these bait ass niggas be like, oh yeah, I got into a fight and I woke up and feel good about myself. I ain't never had that word. But after I whooped the nigga's ass, I woke up and, boy, I whooped that nigga's ass. I know that nigga don't want no more of this.
He don't want no, he ain't want it in the first place.
And so, like, I can't relate, bro. I let him know, boy, if you owe me $100, every ass whooping is 10. I'm gonna keep whooping your ass until I get the bucks off of you.
Yeah, it just extra negative energy and tension on me that I just don't want. Like, now every time I see him, now imagine you whoop his ass, you don't get your money, you didn't kill him, and he come back and shoot you.
So that's
arguably it's justified. You beat his ass.
But
the ass whooping was justified. So if anything, he does not need to go to jail for shooting me because I beat his ass. Send a nigga to jail for stealing my money.
Hey, bro, but he defended himself from you whooping his ass. Because if anything, if someone owes you money, you can just sue them. They either gonna pay you or go to jail.
I'm not saying that this is not true, but in every instance where I've seen somebody get their ass whooped, the only time I've seen somebody shoot back is when, like, they weren't cool. Like it was like a gang thing or a squad thing, or women. Women is always the cause. But when I've seen that somebody that's wronged a nigga, and the nigga pressed them and beat them up, brother, I've never seen, like, it's just, boom, all right, chalk it up to the game. So that mean I don't owe you that money no more? Like, I've always seen it just chalked up to the game. Like, boom, I beat your ass. We cool. Like, we're not cool. Like, I'm gonna give you more money. But, like, they get the fuck about my face.
I kind of see the lending money thing kind of like John. Like, I would only get the point of beating your ass if, like, I see you wearing some new pair of shoes or some shit like that. Like, nigga, you owe me money.
You being extra with it. Like, you might be flaunting money in front of me, so I gotta rob you. Basically.
Get my shit back.
There was one nigga that owed me money, and I told him, all right, you can front me your PS4, and I hold on to
Do
it.
you still got the
Yes.
PS4?
I still got that shit. Yeah, so you can. And this is the thing I told him. You can just give me the console. You ain't gotta give me the cords. Whole time I got backup cords at the crib. So, you know, you give me the PS4, and when I give you my money back, you'll get your PS4 back. Never gave me the bread. Call me about the PS4. And then I told this nigga, if he don't give me the money by this date, there's interest rate. And the interest rate was more than the PS4 was worth. So,
The interest rate is crazy, but what you did is what basic banks do. You got collateral. So it's like, it's cool if you don't give me the money back. I would prefer the money back because he had a PS4.
hey, bro,
So when you went
my
into John's
PS4
crib,
broke. So that extra PS4 did come in handy.
it did, but before you was broke, this nigga John would have 2 PS4s sitting up in the living room. Like, why do you got 2 of them?
Hey, bro, I'm holding on to it for somebody. The next thing, and the thing about that, one of his homies hit me up and asked me. He asked me for something. I was like, all right, I gotta hit you. I hit your boy. I need something to hold on to. He said he ain't had shit. I said, you got some new shoes. I'll hold on to your shoes. You didn't want to give up your shoes. So, you couldn't get nothing. Then they asked for the PS4 back. I said, all right, you can get it. But you got to pay your homeboy fee.
Where's my money?
Where's my money?
Nah, bro, that's like really reasonable.
I'll start taking collateral from niggas.
And that's like,
Yeah, bro, give me your car keys.
That's wild.
and
No,
collab-
I don't. Give me the title to the car and sign it just in case.
Nah, bro, you ain't gonna fuck around and call the cops on me on my shit.
What do you mean?
I gave you the title and signed it. It's yours.
I know. No, you'll get it back when I get my money.
I'll sign it back over to you. Don't
Right,
worry
when
about
I
it.
get my money. Like,
There's no guarantee that you'll sign it. You might get the
Nah,
money,
nah, there's no
card.
guarantee. Hey, bro,
Don't make me call the cops
there's
on you,
no
motherfucker. It is.
guarantee I'll get my money back.
Nah.
So it's actually I would have to give you your car back because we have an agreement. You could call the cops on me. Depending on what the agreement set off on.
Especially you get that shit in paper.
Yeah.
You get that shit in paper.
Text messages hold a lot of
Yeah,
people
well,
don't
I'm just
know.
saying, like-
I went to court with text messages, and I won. Your Honor, look. Well, that wasn't my phone. But these are it goes to your phone account, da. What? That was low key the most amusing thing I ever seen in my life.
Boy, the first lie that I swear to God I told, he was texting off my phone. Boy, that would have been my first lie. That would have been. How do you know that? Because I know I didn't text it. Like, stop fucking asking me these questions.
When I pulled the phone records, yeah, somebody must have took them off. I would lose my phone a lot. My past, never mind.
Bro, imagine how down bad the niggas are that gives like collateral only works for niggas real down on their luck. Because like rich people don't do collateral. The rich.
I mean,
No, they'll do it. Still.
Yeah, they
I'll
still
hold
do
your
collateral.
Porsche.
Huh?
I'll hold on to your Porsche.
Oh yeah, and they're willing to get rid of that. I was about to say,
I mean,
really,
but even if you take like a loan out on your house, you already own the house, but you take out a loan on
The
your house.
yeah, I guess it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The collateral is, the interest rates, and
True.
they'll come in. Excuse, can you give me your house keys? Sir?
But if you let a random nigga do that to you, you're damn bad. Like mind you, I'm damn bad in the car, but I would have never gave my shit to a nigga.
Sign here,
Put up-
here, and here. Hey, here you go, sir.
Damn, they damn bad. But when you were down bad, when you were like after that bong water and everything,
Yeah.
what did you do? Like what was your next steps after, and how did you just move on?
I stayed with somebody until I moved for like a week. I moved like across the apartment complex. I ain't moved far. But I moved across the apartment complex. And it was different. I had gotten another incident. This is back when I was in these streets heavily. And I was in a altercation, and I got injured, and I was on bed rest for like a week.
Bro, that nigga did you in?
God,
Niggas felt my wrath.
What,
Niggas,
what happened to put you on bed? Did you win for one?
did I? No.
And so what? Did they jump you? Like I
I got beat by a vehicle in the ground.
oh,
Like no person put their hands on me.
he bring you
Like,
over.
if If anything, I put my hands on them while the vehicle and the ground was putting their paws on me. You know, so, but after the incident, I was still ready to fight. Like, I hopped up, bleeding everywhere, feet, hunting niggas down, leaking, whole trail. I mean, when I say leaking, toes busted, knees, both ass cheeks bleeding, back, hands, elbows. Only thing good was my face, and that's because I did, the protective move. If you ain't gonna protect shit, you protect your face, you protect your head.
Nah, I swear to God.
So, boo-doo, got up, toes.
So, did they run over you?
Nah, bro.
Oh, they just hit you.
ran with me. But yeah, I got up.
So let me imagine, because from what I thought you jacked the nigga up in the driver's seat, and then he drove off and he dragged your body.
Something like that. I was in the car. I was half in the car. So while I was in the car, I was piecing niggas. Like, hitting really when I can. And I feel like they tried to go towards the vehicle to sideswipe me off. So I got off, I ain't trying to die yet. So, yeah. So, they hit their little loop and I ran. I low-key beat them, but they looked like they would have hit me. So I ain't getting in front of them. You already dragged the nigga, so I know you'll hit a nigga with the car and keep it going. So my big ass would have left a good dent. I know that. But I ain't had time to die. So, yeah.
I didn't have time to die. Put that on a t-shirt. Put that on a t-shirt.
Hey, quote me on it. I ain't had time to die. So I went to, Sharif. I went to Sharif's crib and banged on the door. I need to go to the hospital now. I need help. Like, literally, all I'm wearing is a pair of joggers, like, cut short, and I was free balling. No socks, no shirt. So I'm ass bleeding, just hurt.
I don't know why, but the free balling is so much worse.
What do you feel? Some draws would have protected him?
Yeah, the draws would have helped.
Come on, the draws would have protected. Like, I don't know why free balling does make it worse.
So, it definitely, I got pictures.
I seen you showed me these pictures before. I didn't know that this was that.
Yeah, that's what all those pictures are from.
Bro, that story ain't funny.
Yeah,
but
so Sharif's roommate was there. He had a bottle of Remy, black bottle. I drank the whole bottle.
That was a bad idea.
I drank the whole bottle. It was good. Sharif got me in his car. I had to lay down in the back seat because I didn't want to get blood on the car.
Bro,
it just got to whip.
Were you so banged up too? Could I stamp this? Because I've gotten my ass whooped a few times. Bro, when you're so heavily damaged, bro, let me go ahead and lay.
No, bro, I had to lay down because my ass, it was gone. Bro, to this day, if niggas are born with 100%, I lost a good 30. 25, like.
So like no bullshit. Hold on. Is your ass not round? Is it from? Do you remember the episode of SpongeBob and Doodle Bob? And
it's standing a little bit. Hey, bro, is anybody ass really round?
Yes.
like fully, bro. Like everybody ass ain't fully round, bro. Some people got some of these women got lumps and jumps in their asses, But mine's got sanded a little bit.
This is your conclusion you came to make it.
Wait, which part? Most people don't got
Is anybody's ass actually round?
Hey, bro, the amount of asses I've seen in my life, they weren't all perfectly round. So my ass, I just feel a little better looking at my ass.
So it's scarred, like that?
Yeah, completely. Like
Damn.
I look at it sometimes.
How the fuck do you look at it?
What do you mean in the mirror? I be looking at it in disappointment. I still see the scars. Sometimes whenever I touch my ass, I feel the indents, and I be like, "Damn, I really lost some of it that day."
Bro, I never came back to say I never came.
Life forever changed. I had a nurse and everything that came to. I couldn't wash myself. I was hurt.
Bro, the ass thing would get me just for the fact like anything can be hurt. You
That
can
ain't
break
the- that
arms,
ain't
break
the worst part
legs.
of that day. I had to call out of work because I couldn't drive and I couldn't put shoes or socks on because of my toes. And when I went to on the way to the hospital, this is why I may never go to a hospital again. I will die before I go to the hospital. Or these Instagram nurses, y'all get a message saying help. I went to the hospital. I went in the hospital, no shoes on, still free balling, no shirt, because I couldn't put shit on. Like I'm leaking. Motherfucker asked me, "What's wrong? How may I help you today?"
No, public people do that shit.
Bruh,
Or like,
I'm still bleeding.
bro, this is after my homeboy. Like when we played football, my homeboy broke his finger. Mind you, his finger. Now you're way more fucked up.
Yeah.
But we go in something. I know this is on his hand. Oh yeah, my homeboy broke his finger and it's bleed. Dude, have him fill this out.
Bro, we sat there for 3 hours.
Did you not hear that he broke his finger?
I ain't feel shit out, bitch. Help me! Like I think I even I went. They cleaned my toes, right? That's it. Whole ass bleeding. They cleaned my toes and bandaged my toes and said, "You good to go." Ass
Did
still,
they check you for internal bleeding or
Nigga.
anything? Like,
My ass is still bleeding.
I'm externally bleeding. Fuck this.
They cleaned my toes and said, "You good to go."
What hospital was this? I don't go there.
Just throw all hospitals. So I went to another hospital a couple of days later. I thought I had an infection, because no one cleaned me the first time, so I had to clean myself. And
It's your ass. How can you clean
I
that?
can't see my ass, so
Do you have an infection in your ass?
no. I don't know. No, my toes are looking kind of crazy.
All the time, bro. That's my Charlemagne the God moment. Like, how you get an infection in your ass?
Like, so it was like I went to a whole different hospital. Went to a different one. Oh, they took care of me. They laid me in the bed. They hooked me up to an IV. Oh God, that was the best sleep of my life.
No, IV is something
They
different.
cleaned my ass. They cleaned me up real good. They bandaged me up. They even asked me like, "No one cleaned you up?" I said, "I went to the hospital." I don't know if I was crying at this point because nigga was in pain. Like they cleaned my toes and then they sent me away.
Bro, it's a good thing you probably would have get your toes chopped off if you would have waited probably like a week or two longer.
Put the skin there.
I would have been hurt. I know somebody that got their toes cut off. Their foot was looking like a potato.
Not it is what it looks like. What's your foot? The toe?
You lose all. You lose all balance.
Balance, yeah.
All balance. Like you might as well just end yourself. Like get a wheelchair or something. Like,
Bro, I would learn how to get balance on my one foot, on my foot with the whatever. I'll be super kicking niggas with my toeless foot.
Get a
Boy,
back-
imagine you get hit with just a foot.
not even the
Wasn't
toes.
there NFL player that didn't have no toes? He had a club foot.
No, he blew off his
That
fingers.
sounds disgusting.
No, I'm pretty sure it was a kicker. It was a black guy. He had a club foot.
Oh, need to look that up.
If somebody ever
I don't
kicked-
doubt it because NFL is
Somebody
stupid and I love it. Like, niggas,
Somebody ever kicked me and had no toes, I would feel disgusted.
boy, I would make sure to only kick niggas when I take off my shoes and shit. Like,
What the fuck?
Yo, you know how solid that kick would be?
Don't do that.
Like,
did that nigga punch me or kick me?
hey, both. Like, bro, like, I feel like having toes, it kind of slows your foot down because of the air going through the toes. But if you ain't got no toes, just like,
That bitch
swinging
just-
a closed fist. You just,
That bitch just foot. That That's the only bright side I would have to not having toes on one foot.
What?
Outside of that, kicking niggas.
I was
Coming
saying,
from
you
somebody-
still don't have balance.
I broke a toe kicking somebody before. Not having toes is up.
I believe it. Until you're falling down.
I'm just purely off the kicking aspect.
What nigga did you kick and how did you break? Like, what?
I kicked the guy in the face.
Were you fighting?
Yeah.
Like, I was about to say, were you fucking around with somebody? Why you kicking a nigga that hard?
Hey,
Bro,
bro.
you kicked the nigga so hard you broke your toe on that nigga's face.
But yeah, I re-broke my pinky toe. Yeah.
Bro, you fucked that nigga up. Damn, John,
Like,
brother.
on a breaking the toe is probably one of the worst things you could break besides, breaking your manhood.
Well, and like what happened was like I broke my toe fighting, or whatever, and I was in middle school. So how am I going to tell my parents I broke my toe fighting? So I had to walk with my fucking toe broken.
This nigga's gonna lose the pinky.
Bro, and like dead ass, I've never broke it, but just I've jammed my nail into my toe.
Just
Like,
it's
never
bad.
Yeah.
jammed my nail.
And like I've literally had to walk. Like I literally taped up my. It was my pinky toe. Go figure. I had to
It's
take
always
that
a pinky.
bitch. I had to take that bitch in place to the other ones.
That's
just to get because like I didn't tell nobody, but I ended up having to went to the nurse and like she had to yank that bitch out because like it was her. I started crying like, bro, I can't walk. And whenever I walk a little bit, whenever my toe just moves, that bitch hurt. So I can imagine if it was broke.
She yanked the nail out.
Bro, she. And I remember, like, did I scream?
Yeah.
I imagine I screamed.
I was thinking, like that's a torture method. Like,
So sometimes I don't scream, but I fucked up some shit.
What you mean? Sometimes.
Feel like
How many toenails you have pulled off?
No, just whenever I'm in pain.
Okay,
Like,
hey,
some-
bro, getting a nail pulled off ain't comparable to most other pain.
And I remember she was like, "How the hell did this happen?" And that nigga stepped on my foot during the game, and like I knew it felt a little bit off, but it like one cleats hurt in
I
general.
remember that. A nigga took me out the game one day. I was starting. Fucking center stepped on me. Fucked my whole leg up.
Bro, this was my punishment because you know how many niggas I've stepped on on purpose.
you're the villain.
Nigga, wait, you gotta back up. You forgot somebody.
So this is a true villain story. You know, I like to tell stories. I tell people, you can infer if I'm the good or a bad guy. I don't hype myself up. We were playing a game, and this nigga was playing dirty against me. That's my reason. And so he failed. I think it was a fumble or something happened. He failed. I saw that nigga's ankle. I stomped and fell in.
Oh my goodness.
But everybody, the niggas on the sideline heard him scream and everything. But I failed like I did it by accident. Well, look, I failed so that I could act like I didn't do it.
Yeah.
And I jumped into the pile. But boy, I stomped that nigga's shit.
You never played again.
I know I didn't break it, but I know he was out for a couple
you
plays.
Like a good
but-
300 pounds plus.
That nigga screamed like he wailed. I mean, you know when you step on a dog's tail by accident?
Right, and you stepped on his leg?
No, I literally stepped on this part of his
Stepped
ankle.
on his ankle?
And no bullshit. People have asked, why the hell did you pick the one spot like that? Why did you just step on his whole leg? But we wear pads. Bro, that shit might fuck me up stepping on that.
My ankle.
Oh, Logan, think when you just step on nigga's chest and you...
But regardless, that's an accident, which you can't step on a nigga's chest by accident. Bro,
Yeah,
I'm
you
gone.
can. Yeah, you can. You
In
can.
football, unless like it's a running back and you're doing a tackle, but like if I'm not in a play and it happens, nah, bro, you get kicked.
Oh,
You
yeah.
stepped on that nigga's chest.
I was trying to get to the plate, coach. He was in the middle.
But did this happen like a year before that happened? Bro, I stopped stepping on niggas' feet. I'm not even going. Boy, is this the damage I've been
It's like,
causing?
it's like a school bully wants to get his ass beat. Is this how niggas felt when I was beating them up? I don't like this.
The immediate stomp didn't even hurt that bad. Bro, you cracked my toenail and pushed it in all at once. It's not like you cracked it and then pushed it
Yeah, it
in.
was like,
You cracked and pushed it in. And yeah.
It's like a nigga that gets stabbed. Is this how niggas felt when I was
It
stabbed?
is. Bro, them niggas ain't scream like this.
Yeah, but like when I had burnt my toe, I had to like walk normal from my parents.
Bro, your,
So
pa-
I'm like,
bro, your parents are too smart for that. It's no way fuck they would for
This
that.
man out here crying, walking. What's wrong? Nothing.
Or like that something's a little bit off because like even if you were walking normal, you still had a little step
It's
to
a
it.
tent. The tent.
I'm about to say because you can't kick your foot. If the house would have caught on fire, you would have been a.
He's walking extra stiff.
That there's no running when your foot like that.
Are you constipated?
how I did it is like I just stayed in my room a whole lot. I didn't do a whole lot of moving.
That's when it feels good.
That part, but like,
thinking, is he depressed?
but the first time I broke my toe, I was in like the 4th grade. I was chasing my sister around the house, and we had like our pantry was like in the middle of the house or whatever, and it was like a big circle around it. And I was chasing her around it, and I cut the corners a little too tight, and and broke it. And I was like, oh my fucking god! And then my mom made me go walk around the mall and get Chris's stuff.
After you went to the hospital,
No. She just taped it together.
Okay.
She just taped my toes together,
Just said
and that's how I knew how to do it.
Oh yeah, this worked the first time. I know.
Shut up.
Ooh.
It stopped hurting after like a week.
Nah, bro, that's wild. This is why niggas don't live long. This is why women live longer than men.
Yeah, I fell off a roof once.
I fell off a roof.
What the fuck y'all doing? WWE ain't fall off no motherfucking roof.
Nah, this is back in the day. You know, kids be kids.
Nope.
If your house has roof access to it easily by going out of a window, you're going to get on the roof. Like
Bro,
you're going to get on the roof at least once.
My people's was on ass. I guess my grandmother's was the only house that we had because everybody else lived in apartments.
Yeah.
But boy, they were neighborhood snitches. I literally opened up the window, got halfway out. Hey boy, you better get back in the house.
You were too watched, you know. Yeah, I wasn't watched like that. Get on the roof, you know, doing what I do. Slipped off, fell on the fence, and hit the ground.
God damn.
Did time go slow when you fell off?
Yes.
A little bit. A little bit.
Because
I laid on the ground for moments.
I
Like,
was about to say when you hit, that's one thing, but like when it happens, it's like, oh well, I'm flying. This is not good.
Oh, yeah. Help me. I fell off a roof. I fell off a bed once. You know, when you're a kid, beds feel like they're higher up than what they actually are.
Fuck being a kid, I fell off a bed freshman year.
Oh,
You too?
Oh my god.
I never fell off a bed during college. I don't think I did.
For me, I was having a wrestling dream for whatever fucking reason, and I was in the dream. I was getting pinned in my back, and I fucking like jerked off the bed, and I woke up halfway down. And I was like, "What the fuck,
Bro, I guess yours is a little bit worse than mine. Bro, I was sleeping with Shorty, and she fucking bumped me.
No, that's worse. That's betrayal.
They're like, bumped me. But what I always hate when you sleep with girls, right? And they do something and they look like you in the wrong. When I tell you, like, I caught myself falling out of this wasn't half. What the hell are you doing?
Walk around whole bed.
Why are you,
You're trying to kill me.
You're like, why are you out the bed? Get back and go to sleep.
Try to hit me with that Lion King.
You're like, so you didn't feel the thump that you did, the force. Like this wasn't just like when you sleep, you're easy to move. No, this I felt when she hit me. I woke up instantly. I felt the.
Hey, she might have been trying to throw that thing on you and she threw it to the
And she felt ashamed to try to play on for you.
Like, damn.
Almost killed that nigga.
What's wrong with you? Whole time in her mind, he running from it.
Bro, I can only imagine what my roommate thought. Because, like, this wasn't a one-time thing. Bro, she knocked me off that bitch, like, once a week. My last question, before we get up out of here. No, because, like, this fits you. So, like, you're an entrepreneur. Like, you're probably one of the biggest entrepreneurs I know. Because being an entrepreneur is taking chances and coming up with ideas. And, like, just how do you do it? Like, how do you move forward? Because, like, you're not a baker. So you doing baked goods and cookies is such a 180 from, it is a 180 because catering, I mean, culinary is one thing, but like you're a baker and you're getting known for baking, but you've had plenty more ideas and it's just.
How do they just come about?
How do they come about? How do you like move through them? Because like you failed a lot. Like, I'm saying this like, when no, like because he comes to me with these ideas. It's like something you think is a good idea. No, I don't. Do you think it's a good idea? Do you think it's a bad? Do you think it's a good idea? But I just had bad steps, or no? I think it's a bad idea. But like, and he's had plenty. Like this cookie, he does cookies now, and when he gets a name, we'll say the name. We will promote it. But it's like there's been so much up to this. So like from him doing catering to this cookie business, just in that realm, it's been like 20, 30 ideas. But he found something that stuck. That's what an entrepreneur is. Not failing when I first don't succeed. I'm gonna keep fucking failing until I succeed.
That's facts. You know, it's like a homeless man not giving up till he got a home.
And that's dead ass. And it's just like, what motivates you to do that? And
Well, first I like to think of if something is meant for you, it'll come for you. You know, it'll come to you, or it'll be in your range or your reach. Like when it comes to money, women, or just anything in general, like if you don't stress it, it'll come to you. Like, why stress over money when it's not gonna help the situation? It's just gonna really make me fall deeper into the stress instead of not stressing over it and seeing things or being in a position to be offered something or just randomly is given to you because it's meant for you to have. So I try to think of what's most reasonable. That's how the cookie business somewhat came about because I do have like plentiful ideas, but
probably have one every week.
What you're able to do and what you're able to afford are two different things. So I might want a food truck, but I can't afford a food truck. So there's no point of chasing the dream or the goal of establishing one because I will be chasing it longer than I would be able to open up a cookie business or even a catering company. Just something that is easier to get off the ground or easier to promote or profit off of. So out of all the ideas I do be having, I try to think of what can I execute? What's easily executed? Like what am I able to work on or build or establish that will take me further or at a quicker pace? Because if I've been, still trying to do the food truck thing, I may not have started doing cookies. Because I'm still trying to do what I need to do to get a food truck rather than seeing what else is probable or able to get out there.
So you still want a food truck though?
I want a lot of things, but a food truck isn't possible right now.
Yeah.
Unless somebody gives me the money for the food truck, or because I was like explaining to my mom, like, all right, so if you don't have the money for something and you save up the money for it, you have the money for it, but once you spend it, you're back where you was. You need an abundance of money to do what you need.
You need investors.
You don't need investors, because like investors are good to have,
but now you can't. But now you're beholden to them too, though. Like,
yeah,
you have to answer to them.
If I have an investor, I don't mind you giving your critiques or giving your voice on things, but I'd rather a silent investor. Because it's like, how can you tell me what to do if you don't know what you're doing? You have the money, you have the funds, you have the means, but I can get that somewhere else.
And I guess the main thing with investors like that, if you have so many great ideas, you should have took your money and did it yourself. Why? Like that's how I felt. And I know it's their money, but it's like, so you have this whole plan for a food truck. See, we don't like the name and we don't like the food. Can you do this and that? How about you make your own? Like, I want to
because it's like the money will come. If it's meant for you, it'll come. It's like there's plenty of niggas out here that got $1 million ideas, but they never get out the hood. They never make enough money to do more than just pay their bills, take care of their kids, take care of themselves. Like, but once you're in the position to do something, then sooner or later you'll be able to start doing the rest of the stuff.
So basically, you make a lot of short-term goals that lead you to your long-term ones.
In a way, yeah. Or I think of, other things I can execute. Like I thought about vending machines, car washes, just like, little businesses that would give me revenue in the long run, not the short term. Mm-hmm. But it's something that you start in the short term. You know what I mean? Like a vending machine, it ain't shit to get. In a sense, you just got to keep it stocked up. Within a month, a month and a half, you'll have your money back and some. But that's like, you won't get it that first week. You won't get it that second week. But a lot of people, they look at it as, you know, oh, when I do this, I need to have my money. Or, you know, if I get an Airbnb, it should be, niggas need to be renting it out right now. Because I spent this money on the Airbnb, the furniture, all that, rather than, all right, you get a house, you live in the house, you pay the house off, now it's yours. Now you get another house that you start paying for. You rent this house out as your Airbnb or just rent it out, and now this house is paying for itself and my house, my new house. Now I can get another house. Why? I moved somebody else into this house, and now they're paying for this house, this other person is paying for this house, and now the excess money is paying for my other house.
And that's like, to your point, I think niggas plan up until like getting an Airbnb. Great plan. You got it. You should have thought a little bit further. Yeah. To your point that like when you spend all your money on it, you ain't got money left. So you probably should have saved longer. Or like to the point,
niggas may not want to bring your Airbnb out. Mm-hmm. So now what you gonna do? You got 2 Airbnbs and nobody want them. Like,
but also like just on the Airbnb front, like, you know, cities go through a hot season and a cold season.
So that means
you have to be ready for that cold season. You know what I'm saying? You have to be ready for you not get nobody to come.
Or
you opened your shit up.
That makes people want to come to you during the cold season. Like there's weed Airbnbs out here. Shit, you offer me, I come here, I can smoke. You leaving me some bud to smoke, you know, this and that. It's a convenience. So now on top of the scenery and everything I can get outside the Airbnb, I can have my own vibe and my own, you know, what I enjoy doing and don't have to be confined at as well.
Y'all niggas that smoke is easily impressed by smoking.
Damn fucking right. Hey, D, imagine how many people you might get more if people can smoke.
Don't give a damn. You ain't smoking around my equipment. Pay good money for this damn equipment.
So if I bring my own equipment?
Yeah, if you bring your own 3 mics, laptop, and webcam.
All right, I'll let you know.
Yeah, you can smoke around your shit all you want.
Yeah, I heard it messes up the mic, like the smoking shit.
Or just in general, like I don't want my shit. Well, what if we get somebody who doesn't like the smell of smoke?
Yeah, and it's just...
And it's like, we don't even smoke. Like, there's a smell from somebody else.
We don't smoke. Where it come from? One of our guests. He was blowing it down the other day.
So, yeah. Nah.
Yeah, just I don't give up. I may not know the path to my end goal, but I know what my end goal is. So, you know, I just patch the path how I see fit moving forward. And just don't give up. Like, because giving up ain't going to do shit for me. When I'm going to be on the street, fuck that. Like, I don't want to be homeless. I want to be out of reach of the struggle. So I continue to move to make my dream, you know, accomplishable. And I want to make my mom retire. So that's something that's also helped me out on the back end. Like, you know, helping her while she helped me.
No, that's real shit. You got any last words for people? Any words of advice, encouragement?
Fuck everybody's opinion, but you can still listen to it and take what you want from it. Because everything somebody says to you may not be valid towards your life, but you may be able to put their words to value in somebody else's life.
Yeah, that works with me. You got anything to promote? Socials?
No. You can follow me on Instagram.
That's what socials is.
I thought you meant like somebody else. But Big John the Chef on Instagram. Yeah, look at my boy King Boats. He a rapper. That's about it.
Yes, sir. I have nothing else. We out.